Hey, welcome to another episode of the Not Scrum Done podcast. I'm your co-host, Adriana Marshall, and that's my amazing co-host.
Grand Scrum Master Scott, everyone. Greetings.
Today, we're going to talk about how you can help your team when they don't understand why they're adopting Scrum. We got this subscriber question. How can one address a scenario where a team is unaware or does not understand the reasons for adopting Scrum and Agile frameworks? Scott, you want to take a crack at this question first?
Yes, Andriana, beautiful question. Thank you so much for the question, subscriber. The first thing I'm thinking about is educate the team. Meaning what? I made the assumption. I joined an Agile and Scrum team many years ago. I was at a private investment banking firm, and I was there almost for 6 months. I assumed that everybody on the team knew about the Agile manifesto. They talked the talk, yeah. And I remember doing a retrospective one time. And after the retrospective, one of the developers asked me, Scott, I didn't know there was an Agile software development manifesto. I'm like, what? But you quote the terminology. You talking about the values, you talking about the principles. And I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, what that taught me was because you going on a Scrum and Agile team, don't assume that they know Scrum and Agile. Thus, we're the Scrum Masters, right? So we're going to have to teach them. We're going to have to educate the team in terms of what it is not, because there's a lot of myths out there, and you don't know if your team has been mystified. That's okay. You are there to do the demystification. Andriana, your thoughts?
I think that is a fantastic place to start. We've also done a previous video on how to teach your Scrum team the Scrum framework, and also there's a template that Scrum.org has created for you to make it easy. You just have to copy the Mural template and you can teach your team. I think the other aspect of this is clarifying why, help the team understand the reasons behind the organization's decision to adopt Scrum and Agile, and discuss specific problems or challenges that these frameworks are intended to address. I think is going to help a significant amount. It's your company, you have to understand what those specifics are. When I worked for a company and we decided to transition to Scrum, we had little to no team collaboration. It was just a collection of individuals working on different things. It took forever to get some basic things done. We were constantly interrupted. We didn't have a product owner that could order the product backlog, so stakeholders would be very upset. Where's my work? Oh, you stopped my work for someone else. Why? And so developers are having these conversations with people. It was a hot stinking mess. It really brought some order. It provided so much transparency to our stakeholders on what we're working on, when we'll get to their stuff, why we're not working on their stuff. And they understood. And there was just a greater level of respect between everyone at that point. That's why you start with education. You want to clarify the why. The other thing is using metrics to show the progress and the difference. If you're setting your product goal, you're setting your sprint goal, you should be able to compare what you did previously and what you're doing today. You can also use Net Promoter Score, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, stakeholder satisfaction, how many defects. There's so many metrics that you can use to show how this has benefited your team, and that's also going to be helpful. Scott, do you have anything else?
Yeah, Andriana, you said an awful lot. One of the things I want to re-highlight, you did a fantastic job in talking about involving the team in the transition. I think that's vitally important. But another thing I want to call out is when you involve the team in the transition, you automatically get buy-in into it. In other words, you don't have to sell Scrum or Agile to them because you're making them a part of the process. And I'm thinking about McDonald's. Here we grow again. Yes, and we're making a part of the process. So I would say that's very clear. And then the final thing that I would say is lead by example. And the mistake that I made that one time in my career is that assuming that they know Scrum and Agile, lead by example. In my opinion, we are the ones to show them how to get to this place called Agile. We are the ones to show them what this Agile values and principles look like, feel like, smell like. We're the ones to show them that. And if you don't embody this stuff, how can you expect your team to embody it? How can you expect your team to see it, do it, feel it, be it? If you're not that yourself. So that is lead by example. And I will leave with that, Adriana.
Yeah, that's great. And if you also have a question, if you want more details on this, leave us a comment. Also, if you have your own question that maybe isn't related to this, you can still leave a comment and we'll turn it into a video. You can also subscribe to our email list. We are sending exclusives to our email list, so make sure you sign up for that. And also, you can reach out to us. Our LinkedIn's are in the description. And as always, if you stay to the end of this video, that means you have an attention span greater than a goldfish.
Be legendary, everyone, but not Scrum down.